Hi, good evening. Thank you for being strong public advocates. And I wanted to speak to you tonight about my election, my campaign. I'm Greta Rodriguez, the current ABC at large representative. I want to thank you for voting for me for the first time, and I'm asking for your support to be reelected. I've been endorsed by the Democratic Caucus and the GLBT Caucus. In the short time I have served, I learned a great deal, and I feel I understand this role now more than ever. Immediately, I realized the role could do more, and I felt it needed to be redefined. I created a summer agenda item to redefine the role for the board to approve. I want to work more directly with members and make the at-large position more efficient, considering we can maybe even consider having a South Bay representation and a North Bay representation. On the last election, you have an amazing candidate, Andrea Reina, that I knew immediately after my election I needed to connect with her. And we had conversations about not running against each other and running separately in our own campaigns. Why not have two strong women run for the ABC at large? I love to review your ABC applications and support funding requests. I understand from being PAC chair for 5 years and a successful campaign in my local how important it is to get funding for your school board races. I've endorsed fiercely to increase ABC funding and increasing the current funding formula used to determine how much locals receive. If we're going to be battling charter schools and our school board races, we need that funding. You have an amazing representative for your area, and I've had the honor of working with people across the state and learning so much from these people in this past term that I've had. Please remember that we unintentionally made history the day I was elected into this position. Since 1980, a woman had never been elected into the ABC at large position. I was the first. I never knew this, nor did I ever use this in my previous campaign. It was a beautiful surprise, but it made me realize what more we needed to do with this position and how much it lacked representation of women in this position. I realized that within my role, I have a duty to educate our members about the history of who has been elected into ABC at large position and the fact we need to encourage more women of color to run and get politically involved at all levels, from our locals to our homes to national. We just need to encourage more women of color. We are in a political era in which people of color are getting involved but are not educators, and they are manipulating our communities. We need more people of color combating politicians that are manipulating our communities, people that look and sound like us, so that we can educate our communities against Antonio Villaraigosa and Shirley Weber, who they claim they're the champions of educations. And we need people to see our faces and understand we are the champions of educations. We are the experts. We need to educate our communities and be more vigilant. As a woman of color, you all help me become more politically educated. You inspire me to get up every day in the morning and fight for our communities. Your input is valuable and helps me become a better advocate for our union. I've had received feedback from people of how to improve and how to be a better leader, and that's important to listen to, and I appreciate that. I understand as a woman of color the importance of working with people of diversity, but I never should forget our small locals and our people. We have members that have very conservative views, and they need to be just as respected and heard and listened to in our union. If we're going to combat those things that are fighting unions right now and trying to dismantle unions, we got to go forward in a unified force. And that means everyone working together, everyone listening to each other. And that sometimes means someone telling me, hey, Gretel, I need to educate you on something. And I have to be willing to listen. And I'm definitely working on that and talking to people. And I'm very open to hearing people's views. So I'm willing to listen to feedback, and I appreciate your support. I'm looking to be reelected for the ABC at large position. So please vote for Greta Rodriguez, ABC at large. Thank you.